Hello, Mike Hamill once again. It's Memorial Day once again, and I've got a very special poem that means a lot to me that I'd like to share with you. I hope all of you out there have taken a moment to give thanks and to remember all those who have sacrificed everything so that you and I can be free and enjoy all the freedoms we have today. This poem is called Uncle Charlie's Friend. It's about my Uncle Charlie and his best friend Marshall. Two small town boys that went off to war, and sadly, only one of them came back. I'll give you the backstory after I do the poem. Hope you enjoy it. Again, it's called Uncle Charlie's Friend. I was barely 10 years old when I heard the news. Couldn't quite comprehend why Marshall wasn't coming home again. People said he was the best of them, my Uncle Charlie's friend. I can remember my mom and my pa and all their friends crying out loud. The whole damn town coming out for a man everybody loved, sent off to a foreign land, never coming home again. When my Uncle Charlie came home, he used to sit on the porch, he and his drums playing a song, damning the Viet Cong. In Marshall's name. I used to look at him through the smoke, watch him shake, the blunt of people's jokes. He seemed to have an unquenchable thirst, only 22, going past 100. What it was, I never understood. They turned him into a piece of wood. "50 years have gone by. I seem to have a different view. I see my Uncle Charlie's friend in a different light. No longer just a name. As I've watched some of my friends go, it's dawned on me why the whole damn town turned out for Uncle Charlie's friend. The smoke is cleared, the thirst is gone. Only the echoes of drums remain on the porch of a house no longer there. My memory knows him as Marshall. What's left of the town still speaks of him as the best of them, though they haven't thought about him in years. They all remember the way and the why he died. They haven't forgotten. And it's only now I comprehend the pain and the grief my pa's brother and the whole damn town felt for my Uncle Charlie's. My Uncle Charlie's friend. I hope you enjoyed that. That poem is dedicated to Marshall Fisher and my Uncle Charlie Hamill. The two of them went off to Vietnam, and obviously Marshall didn't come back. You know, I can remember Marshall, even from all those years ago. We grew up in a small town, about 550 people. And in those days, everybody used their front porches for sitting on and talking across the street to your neighbors and having conversations with whoever happened to walk by. Different times back then. And I remember Marshall. He came from a large family that was fairly poor. And they lived about 100, maybe 150 yards from the post office. And I can remember Marshall coming down the street in his tennis shoes with no strings in them, because he was using the strings to keep his shorts up. You know, old ragged t-shirt and big grin on his face, always a smile. And it had taken about 3 hours to make this trip from the post office from his house to the post office and back. And the reason for that was, on the one side of the street, as he walked down to the post office, he'd stop and talk to everybody sitting on their porch. Just shoot the breeze with them and move on down to the next person, and the next person, finally make it to the post office. And on the way back, he'd hit the other side of the street and talk to everybody on that side of the street. Took the man 3 hours to go 150 yards and back to the post office. It's why the whole town just loved Marshall. And that's my most vivid memory of him. And he was my one of my brother's good friends. And many years later, as I was growing up, I spent quite a bit of time with my brother Jack. And wherever he was, be it at home, watching a football game, or at a restaurant watching a baseball game or whatever, every time the national anthem came on, he would stand up, put his hand on his heart during the playing of the national anthem. And one day I asked him, Jack, I know when we go to the ballpark, it's tradition for people to stand and do that. Why do you do that at home or in restaurants and stuff? And he looked me dead in the eye and he said, because Marshall can't. And he gave his life so that I can. And that always stuck with me. And I heard that still to this day, every time I hear the national anthem, when I pass by a flag, I salute. And I say, thank you, Marshall. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the poem, and please, wherever you are, take a moment to thank all those marshals that served and gave everything for our freedoms. They deserve at least one moment of your year to say thanks. Thank you very much.